You're watching KGW TV Portland, the Northwest news leader. Serving the Willamette Valley, Eastern Oregon, and Southwest Washington. This is News 8 at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. We know the Portland Trailblazers can play on the court, but are they team players with the community?
Tonight, some youngsters are finding out for themselves. News 8's Steve Pickett joins us live tonight to explain why. Steve?
Hello, Steve. We are here outside Memorial Coliseum. Many kids, of course, dream of playing for the Trailblazers inside that Coliseum. Of course, the reality is the incredible odds against that happening, but there are many who are on the Trailblazer team, believe it or not, without ever stepping onto the court.
How you guys doing this evening? If you have your tickets with you, just go up those steps right there.
Damone Newman is doing it right now.
If you have your tickets, just going up that way.
At 18 years old, still in high school, Newman is a first-round pick in a youth jobs program. The Blazers pay him to smile and greet fans who spend all that money going to the games. Newman's now making some money of his own.
I think it's a really good opportunity for me, you know, like it's getting me out into a job market at a young age. Good pay.
There are 27 others like Newman working for the Blazers, and well over 100 more with work through the Employment and Empowerment Project. Melody Powell is job coordinator.
Well, you're empowering them by giving them options that they didn't have before they had the door open for them to have employment.
Many of these faces are labeled as at risk, but don't tell that to Damone Newman.
I don't know exactly what it means to me because I don't consider myself at risk.
What he is employed. Now part of the team, now a player in the game. There are plenty more waiting to be drafted.
And, of course, the Trailblazers, by the way, aren't the only game in town when we talk about this job opportunity program for these youngsters. 3 dozen other companies here throughout the metropolitan area are also involved in the Youth Employment and Empowerment Program as well. And they may be indeed the real beneficiaries of this program because they get to see these kids without the at-risk label, well beyond that label that you hear so much about. They get to see these kids and actually get an opportunity to learn for themselves that they should have hired these kids maybe a long time ago before this program was even there for them to do so. A real opportunity for these kids and obviously a good opportunity for many of these companies. Tracy?
Nice combination. Thanks, Steve. Should he stand trial as an adult, a court hearing this week will decide the fate of a teenager accused of beating a man outside of Lloyd Center. 16-year-old Nathaniel Martin is charged with attempted murder and assault for the September beating of Timothy Hawley. Martin was admitted he was involved. Investigators claim the teenager led the attack.
He has a long history of violent and aggressive behavior, and we feel that he's an extreme danger to the community.
Hawley was standing outside Lloyd Center with his fiancée when a mob of black teenagers approached, yelling racist remarks. The beating left Hawley brain damaged.
It's hard to deal with hearing all the reports and reliving it all is basically what I've got to do because I have no memory of the incident at all.
Martin's hearing resumes tomorrow. The other suspects will have hearings in the next couple of weeks.
The search will resume in the morning for 2 Portland men who disappeared last weekend while flying an ultralight aircraft. Michael Flake and Greg Berglund rented the aircraft on Saturday, and they haven't been heard from since.
Yes, they've been out now 3 days, and they have no water and no food, and we have to find them soon.
It's believed the aircraft went down somewhere between Mount Hood and Oregon City. Coastal towns with a big stake in fishing got some bad news today. Fishery managers are considering a total ban on salmon fishing in the ocean next year. The reason, not enough wild coho are returning to their native spawning grounds. Of the 40 million hatchery coho released in Oregon, 70,000 were expected to return early, but the actual return is only about 13,000. Usually, about 2,000 males return to the hatchery each year, but this year is different.
We've had 70 return to the hatchery here.
Biologists blame the declining numbers on several factors. El Nino brought warmer waters, disrupting the food chain. 6 years of drought dried up spawning streams, and logging disturbed the coho's natural habitat.
Albany voters tonight gave their mayor a vote of confidence. He'll stay in office. A group called Citizens for a Better Albany launched a recall campaign against Mayor Gene Bellhumer. The group is connected with the Oregon Citizens Alliance and doesn't like the mayor's stand on gay rights. But Bellhumer will stay by a 54-46 vote. Bellhumer believes recall elections should be reserved for public officials accused of dishonesty, not a political stand that someone disagrees with. It's still a year away, but the Oregon governor's race is already interesting. Today, our Portland Mayor Vera Katz said she's supporting John Kitzhaber, not Governor Barbara Roberts. Katz says her decision has nothing to do with the fact that Roberts did not endorse her for mayor. Instead, she says she and John Kitzhaber have a long history together as legislative leaders, and she thinks Kitzhaber is the best person for the job.
Rather, my endorsement is a positive act based on John's extraordinary record, his temperament, his experience, and his clear view of where we are and where we need to go as a state.
I really appreciate the friendship Vera has extended to me over the years, and this morning I am particularly grateful for willingness to step forward and join me in the effort to find a better Oregon.
Katz says that over the next few months she will openly campaign for Kitzhaber.
Oregon Governor Barbara Roberts is in Washington, D.C. tonight, where the Clinton administration is celebrating a major victory. One day before a House showdown over the North American Free Trade Agreement, President Clinton wins a rush of converts. An Associated Press survey shows 216 House members now support NAFTA, a one-day gain of 23 votes and only 2 short of the number needed. Barbara Roberts was in Washington today to help the president twist some of those arms. She is among 41 governors who support NAFTA. She says the agreement is crucial to dropping trade barriers with Asia.
Form an alliance with them for the economy of the future of America. We will be really handicapped when the president arrives in Seattle to negotiate with the Asian countries.
Mr. Clinton will be in Seattle at the end of the week to talk trade with Asian leaders as part of the APEC summit.
Well, the Northwest flu season is underway. That story is coming up a little later in the newscast. Abortion rights groups are hailing it as a major victory, a vote by the Senate tonight.
We'll take you behind the scenes with Oprah Winfrey as she takes on the tabloids. And if you thought disco was dead, get ready for the rebound.
This edition of News 8 is closed captioned through a generous grant from Smith's Home Furnishings, because nobody cares like Smith's.
The Blazers blast off against the Suns Friday at 6. Destination Channel 8.
I haven't really watched TV since one woman left the air. Always wanted to be Mary Tyler Moore, and now I'm going to get my chance. Relive your favorite TV moments of the 60s and 70s on the next Oprah.
Tomorrow at 4. Your gift with any $32 Eternity for Men purchase. Admire and Frank.
A lot of champagne glasses have been used to prove how smooth a car can be at high speed. Surely, a toast is in order for a truck that can do the same. New Dodge Ram. The rules have changed.
Take the ultimate test drive in the all-new Dodge Ram, only at your Northwest Dodge dealer.
Owning a toy store isn't all fun and games. Well, sometimes. Problem is, I own 2 toy stores. So I got help from US West. My Yellow Pages ad gets me lots of business. And I never miss calls with my additional line. On the road, I use my US West cellular phone. US West helps me manage my time and business better. But I still take my work home with me. Testing, testing, testing.
U.S. West, making the most of your time.
Violent clashes at abortion clinics could be on the way out. Tonight, the U.S. Senate voted to give the Justice Department more power to prevent the violent confrontations. The vote allows the Justice Department to break up clinic blockades. Violators will face up to 10 years in prison if somebody is injured, and if somebody is killed, they are looking at life in prison. Should gays be kicked out of the military? A federal appeals court says no. Today, it said the ban on gays in the armed forces is unconstitutional. The case involved a Navy midshipman who was forced to resign from the U.S. Academy after he told a classmate he was gay. Today, the court ordered the Navy to give the man his diploma and commission him as an officer. Word from General Motors tonight is that the company intends to make something it hasn't produced in years, a profit. After drowning in Reading for years, GM says next year it will break even with its North American operations. That would reverse 4 years of multi-billion-dollar losses in GM's largest division.
Members of Michael Jackson's Dangerous Tour are back in the United States tonight, but they're not shedding any light on the controversy surrounding the pop star. Singers, dancers, and stagehands are all out of work with the cancellation of the multi-million-dollar tour. As they came off the plane today, crew members had no information on Jackson's whereabouts. Most said they were shocked by the tour cancellation and Jackson's announcement that he was addicted to painkillers. Many talk shows have a reputation for relying on the outrageous to win viewers, but a recent magazine survey put the Oprah Winfrey Show on top when it comes to dealing with serious issues. During an interview with Oprah Winfrey in Chicago, she showed me her serious side.
We all need our heads examined, the kinds of things that we put on television and allow children to see day in and day out. We treat violence against women and against children as though it were nothing. You can't turn on the television station after 8 o'clock at night and not see some show where a woman is being stalked or strangled or attempted rape and murder. It's awful.
And Oprah isn't any kinder to her colleagues.
And the other thing that bothers me is that more and more, quote, legitimate press has become more tabloidish. This whole exploitive thing. Like, people will print things that are just speculation without any grounds for truth whatsoever.
A favorite target of the tabloids, Oprah has learned this the hard way. The supermarket headlines scream out. Sex secrets Oprah was forced to hide from the world. Oprah in shock as lover calls off wedding. No, wait, Oprah's wedding on again. Her popularity comes at a price.
I have just got to surrender the whole idea of believing that I can conquer it, because I can't do it by myself. And I used to believe I could do anything, but that's not a battle I'm going to win.
Oprah has kept her sense of humor intact, however. We'll show you that side of her tomorrow at 5, and tomorrow at 11 she answers some of your questions.
Joe will be joining us next with a look at the weather.
And where were you when disco was king? Guess what? It's back.
Cellular One customers, when you see news happen, dial star TV8 for your connection to the Channel 8 newsroom. Another free service from Cellular One and Channel 8 News.
Do you have a clean driving record? Does your car have safety features like anti-lock brakes or airbags? Thinking of buying a new car? Ooh. If you answered yes to any of these, you could save some real money on auto insurance. Better call an Allstate agent fast.
One of the things that sets Mercury Villager apart from the rest of the minivan crowd is its unique sliding rear seat. For those occasions when you need more room, slide the seat forward. More room? Slide it forward to the middle seat. More room? Remove the middle seat and slide all the way up. And if you still need more room, call Milo. The Mercury Villager. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
Ho, ho, so you've made your list. Checked it twice. Now check the dependable U.S. West Direct Yellow Pages. How else will you find it all? Dashing all over town? No time. Digging through a sack full of catalogs? No thanks. You need to know where to buy it, where to wrap it, how to get it there, how to get it for less. And oh yeah, how am I going to pay for all this? With U.S. West Direct, you can even shop when the weather outside is frightful. Keep the reindeer in the barn. Here's all the holiday help you need. It's where to buy. U.S. West Direct.
The Old Anchorage Restaurant. It was one of Portland's favorite dining traditions for a lot of years. Well, guess what? It's back. Hi, I'm John Underhill, owner of the Willamette Anchorage Restaurant, inviting you to join us for lunch, dinner, or Sunday brunch, featuring an array of deliciously prepared fresh seafood and seasonal Northwest fare. The Willamette Anchorage Restaurant. Come start a new family tradition today on Marion Street, just south of the Selwood Bridge.
An old trend may become a new trend. In places all across the country, the 70s are in full swing. Tonight, Ed Odell takes us back in time to polyester, platform shoes, and disco dancing.
We actually wore that stuff. Good thing kids today have better taste, right?
70s is definitely in a lot of big platform shoes, a lot of tight bell bottoms, hip pants.
Yeah, never thought I'd see myself in my mother's old clothes, huh?
Yes, folks, in case you haven't noticed, there's a revival in everything 70s. Bell bottoms, chokers, platform shoes.
In the 70s was flashy. It was great. It works very well.
Go to any thrift shop, and that's what's selling.
Where did you get this look from?
Thrift shops?
Thrift shops? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's cheap and it's nice.
Further evidence. Take a look at how many musicians who made their mark in the 70s are re-emerging.
There's a new sort of resurgence of whatever we represented or artists like us represented in the 70s.
The Bee Gees struck it big with music for the 1975 hit movie Saturday Night Fever.
We're very proud of that music. We're very proud of our achievements and what we've done. But we don't live on it. We don't live in the past. We get on today and tomorrow.
It was a serious time, yet disco and all that went with it, upbeat dance rhythms, loud clothes, and the party-hardy atmosphere helped people escape. And that's what stands out from that era.
Donna Summers looks great. I bet you have an old leisure suit somewhere with the white stitching. Come on,
No,
Joe.
no, never had one. Never had
Get
one.
out of here.
No. Bell bottoms, yes.
Oh, no
Bell
way.
bottoms.
Still got those on. Hey, what's happening in the weather?
I do not have bell bottoms.
He doesn't.
Lots going on in the weather, Tracy, and it looks like it's going to be rather active over the next 24 hours. We'll tell you about that in just a bit. First of all, the current readings. Cloudy skies and 44 degrees. The wind is east at 5 miles per hour. The humidity at 93%, and the barometer 30.09. It is holding steady. High temperature reading today, 54 degrees. Overnight last night, 42. Trace of rainfall in the old rain bucket, and the freezing level at 4,600 feet. A few thunderstorms rumbled about the northern Oregon coastline and also along the coastline in Washington state. That activity looks like it will stay up to the north of us for the most part, but we'll keep a chance of a thunderstorm right along the north coast that will die down tomorrow. More warm air starting to push on in. Look at the satellite loop. You can see what's been going on. A frontal band just pretty much hanging right over the state. Moisture flowing on in, and some cold air dropping down out of the Gulf of Alaska, sliding right along the north coast and into Washington state. Thus, the thunderstorm activity. And again, it seems like things are starting to push back up as far as the warm air is concerned. The snow levels will come down tonight and early tomorrow, and then start to push back up as warmer air starts to push back in from the south, obviously. The upper air pattern shows a jet just swinging right into the northwestern United States, and that is keeping the cool air just to the north of us. We're right under the jet, and the warm air, or warmer air, is down this way. This doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon with this deep trough holding on in the Pacific Ocean, although some ridging is on the way for the weekend. High temperature readings, 47 degrees down in Oregon City, 49 here at KGW, Hillsboro, 46 degrees, 50 up in Vancouver, 58 in Camas, 45 in Corbett, 50 degrees the high today in Estacada. Highs around the state, 49 in Redmond, 51 degrees in the Dalles, 47 over in Ontario. Salem had 48 degrees, 50 degrees for Astoria, Tillamook, and for Newport, 52 way down in Brookings. Nationally tonight, most of the action still in the southern Mississippi Valley with some very, very strong thunderstorms. You know about that tornado that swung right through downtown Houston today. It's a pretty powerful system spreading its moisture now towards the eastern United States. West of there, dry but cool, and some thunderstorms along the Washington coastline. Highs around the country today, 81 down in New Orleans, 57 for Louisville, 48 degrees the high temperature reading today in Cleveland, 58 for Boston, 54 the high in Denver today, Great Falls, Montana at 44 degrees, 62 in San Francisco, 66 in Phoenix, 27 the high in Anchorage, Fairbanks had 20 degrees, and Honolulu 85. Now the forecast statewide. First up, the coast. Look for scattered showers and a chance of a thunderstorm northern coastline for tonight and tomorrow. Highs tomorrow 45 to 50 degrees. There is a small craft advisory in effect for the entire coastline due to heavy swells out of the northwest at 10 feet. In the eastern part of the state, an increasing chance of rain and or snow And that is in effect for tonight and Wednesday. The snow level, 3,000 feet. In the Cascades, snow showers increasing tonight and tomorrow with 6 inches possible in the highest elevations. Snow level, 3,000 feet. In the Gorge, scattered showers, he tried to say, 45 to 49 degrees. In the Valley, areas of fog and light rain tonight with showers around on Wednesday, highs 45 to 49 degrees. In the Portland, Vancouver metropolitan area, about the same story. Fog and light rain possible tonight with showers on Wednesday, ending by Thursday. Some sunshine late Friday after some morning fog. Increasing clouds late Saturday with the rain returning on Sunday. Temperatures hovering about the 50-degree mark.
Okay, how about those silky kind of shirts with the big sleeves?
Nope. I had big collars. Remember the big collars?
A black shirt? Did you have a black shirt?
No, never did
a
black
white
shirt.
jacket?
No, white jacket.
Okay.
I had bell bottoms.
I'll let it go.
Apparently you won't let it go.
Thought he'd have one of those.
As long as it means a resurgence of the Bee Gees, I'm all for it.
We're there. Health officials brace for a bad flu season. That's just ahead.
And his reading on the way out. We'll tell you why some teachers are wondering.
Let's talk smart. Let's talk Eagle Vision. Let's talk safety. Let's talk lease. Hey, stop talking and go test drive a new Vision ESI. It's the least we can do for you.
If your child has ever wanted to be a team attendant at a Blazers game, their chance of a lifetime is possible with the Ford Fast Break Fantasy. To qualify, boys and girls aged 12 through 18 should write a letter using 75 words or less on why they want to be a Blazers team attendant. In the letter, don't forget to include age, address, and phone number. Send letters to the Blazers office. Attention, Fast Break Fantasy. Winners also receive a $50 Blazers on Broadway gift certificate and 2 Blazers game tickets for parents or guardians. It's the Fast Break Fantasy from the Blazers and Ford.
Fiddled, Fred, Frost, and Sally Ann. I made up my mind.
This isn't country radio. This is KUPL.
How did you get to me? No one else on earth.
Couple, a whole new kind of continuous hit country.
He's got the rhythm, and I got the...
Nobody plays more of today's hot new country than 98.5 FM KUPL.
Nance, I love your new Grand Am. Oh, yeah? It's fun and so sporty. It's you.
Yeah, airbag, anti-lock brakes, and it was thousands less than a quarter Camry. Plus, with Pontiac's 3-year Smart Drive, it was only $199 a month.
Get out of here.
And it's not a lease. I own it.
$199 a month?
Mm-hmm.
I thought car prices were up.
Not on Grand Am.
See Jim Weston, Willamette, John Lake, Royal Moore, Breslin, Braley and Graham, or Bill Cobbs.
Oregon's unemployment rate is at a low point for the year. October's rate dropped 0.5% to just 7%. State experts say it's too early to tell whether this is a solid trend. The rate fluctuated a lot this year. And for the 7% for October, it's only slightly above average. When it comes to preparing for their future, U.S. teens don't think reading is the key. A new survey shows today's students think math and computer skills are more important. Less than half of the 17-year-olds surveyed said the only thing they read each week is their homework. 9-year-olds, though, were more enthusiastic. 86% say they read often.
An earlier outbreak of the flu in Oregon has health officials a little concerned tonight. A 23-year-old Eugene patient and a 12-year-old in Newburgh are the first to come down with the type A flu this year. Health officials say when flu breaks out this early in the season, it's usually followed by a rash of cases in December and January. They are recommending folks get their flu shots, especially if they're over 65, suffering from heart, lung, or kidney disease, or particularly susceptible to infections. The new Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. is doing well. In fact, too well. So many people are visiting the museum, the staff is now asking visitors to stay away for a while. The building opened in April, and already it's showing signs of wear and tear.
Joe Becker's here with sports. Blazers played at home tonight, Joe.
They did. Their winning streak didn't last long. Just 3 games. The Blazers home to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. We've got the highlights and the rest of sports coming up next.
2 young girls were shot while riding a TriMet bus.
The numbers grow, and so does the fear.
Violence in Portland today.
Violent crimes tear our communities apart. And more than ever, the suspects are kids.
Didn't care about myself, didn't care about my family.
In a News 8 special series, reporter Larry Shoup looks at this disturbing trend and tries to find some answers.
Just because they're juveniles doesn't mean they don't know what's right and wrong.
Tomorrow on News 8 at 11.
Before you buy a new car, consider the comfort. Consider the quiet. Consider the power. Consider the fit and the finish. But most importantly, before you buy a new car, consider these options. The Chevy S-Series, so new from the inside out. Everything else is history.
You already know about Dairy Queen's great full meal deal. Home-style burger and fries.
Along with soft drink and the famous Dairy Queen sundae. Now it's the holiday full meal deal.
And you get this great holiday glass. Collect the whole set.
The holiday full meal deal, only at Dairy Queen. You get all this, plus a collectible holiday glass, all for the festive price of only $2.99.
It's the season sensation at Dairy Queen, where we treat you right.
30 pairs of Blazers game tickets, 15 Blazers travel bags, and 5 Blazers autographed leather basketballs. 50 fantastic prizes, and you could win one of them in this year's Friends Bread Trailblazers sweepstakes. Twitter, look for the entry blanks and contest information on loaves of Franz or Williams premium white bread. It's your chance to win Blazers tickets, travel bags, or an autographed Blazers basketball. Enter the Friends Bread Trailblazers sweepstakes today. No purchase necessary.
As snow levels are rising in the mountains, lease rates are falling on Pathfinders to just $279 a month. See your participating Nissan dealer and lease a Pathfinder XEV6 now for $279 a month for 36 months with $1,000 down. What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Well, the Blazers' 3-game winning streak is over. The Blazers are still trying to put things together, and they couldn't hold off the Cavs. Cleveland won it 101-96. Cavs playing without former Grant star Terrell Brandon. He has mononucleosis. This is Gerald Wilkins with the slam dunk. Moments later, Wilkins with the ball again, tries to take it to the rack one more time, but Cliff Robinson says no. Get it out of here, nice block shot. Harvey Grant comes up with a rebound for the Blazers. Fast outbreak. Terry Porter misses the shot, but Clyde Drexler's there and scores on the rebound. Portland up by 6 at halftime. Third quarter, Clyde comes up with the steal. Takes it in. Big game for Clyde. He had 25 points, but none in the fourth quarter. Cliff Robinson had a strong game. He had 24 points. He scores inside. Blazers shot 47% from the field. Clyde with a rebound. Fast break to Mark Bryant. He's back from his hamstring injury. Nice dunk from Mark. But the Cavs are tough, especially Mark Price. He was deadly from the outside. He hits a 3 at 20 points. And Wilkins, with a shot clock running down, hits a tough one over Terry Porter. The Cavs win at 101-96. They're 3-4. The Blazers fall to 3-3.
I thought we played hard tonight. You know, we got beat. We got beat by a good team.
Our defense let us down tonight. Execution could have been better, but I think if we had stopped them earlier, it wouldn't have come down to that.
We played hard. We just didn't seem to cover those key situations as well as I felt that we could have.
Blazers host the Bulls Thursday night at the Coliseum. The Bulls in Seattle tonight to take on the Sonics. Sean Kemp, big jam for Seattle. Chicago was tough, but Seattle 1 point tougher. The Sonics hang on to win it 95-94. Sonics now 6-0, and the Bulls are 3-3. Elsewhere in the NBA, Orlando rolled past the Jazz. Charlotte a winner at Indiana. Christian Laettner, 29 points. Minnesota wins for the first time this season. San Antonio by a dozen over Denver. Phoenix beat Golden State. Houston 7-0 after beating New Jersey. Sacramento lost to the Hawks. The Knicks are 7-0 after a win at Dallas. And the Lakers topped the Clippers at the Forum in double overtime. Well, there's big news out of Detroit. Pistons all-star guard Isaiah Thomas got into a fight with teammate Bill Laimbeer in practice. Thomas broke his right hand. He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. It's been a rough start for the Pistons. They're 2-4 with 4 straight losses. Now, during the preseason, Laimbeer elbowed Thomas and broke 2 of his ribs. Witnesses said Thomas became angered today by another elbow from Laimbeer.
The Detroit Free Press reported that Thomas swung wildly at Lambier and missed. The two were then separated but continued to shout at each other. The paper says when Lambier turned his head, Thomas swung again and hit the big fella right in the head. Two players have been teammates for years. Just last Friday, Lambier hammered Utah's Karl Malone with a flagrant foul. He was ejected and suspended one game. It could be a long, long year for the Detroit Pistons. And a big night for soccer fans. The state high school semifinals were held. The big game locally had Sunset hosting South Eugene. Big night for South's Matt Redhead. He was a one-man wrecking crew. Watch the play coming up. Joshua McAdam gets knocked down. The ball's just lying there. Redhead comes up, scoops it up, and drills it home. He had 3 goals on the night. South Eugene beat the Apollos 3-1. They reached the 4A final. South will now take on Jesuit in the championship game. The Crusaders beat Corvallis by a score of 3-2. In girls play, the Tiger girls shut out South Medford and Tualatin ripped Churchill 8-0. LaSalle and Hidden Valley were the winners in the boys 3A, 2A tournament, and Oregon Episcopal and Catlin Gable the girls' winners. And finally, we head back to Seattle for some singing, not basketball. A 6-year-old boy named Brian Jones sang the national anthem, and he did a great job.
Oh, the ramparts we watch will so gallantly streaming, and the rockets twinkling.
There you have it, Brian Jones. Incidentally, that's the same name as one of the original members of the Rolling Stones, but I don't think they're related.
That one just went right over me.
Brian Jones, is that name ring a bell?
we're with you. We're with you, Joe.
Yes, it does.
He did a nice job, though. And he sings
job.
in Seattle on a regular
He
basis.
remembered all the words.
Thank you, Joe. He made us laugh for most of a century.
And now George Burns has really big plans. Stick around.
Mary Jo and Joey Buttafuoco in front of a current affair cameras. A dramatic truth session with Steve Dunleavy on a current affair.
Tomorrow night at 7.
Is this any way to raise a child?
So kids can buy beer, cigarettes, X-rated books, magazines.
Right. Travel to Denmark, where children grow up without rules, on the next Inside Edition.
Tomorrow night at 7:30.
The world of Makita design. Innovative. Always a leader. So how do you make the best even better? Throw away the key. Makita. It's all the power you need. For a limited time, receive a free extra battery with your Makita purchase.
There's nothing more powerful than an EcoVision TSI with a 214 horsepower 24-valve engine standing perfectly still.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
One more look at the 5-day.
Here it is, and you can see showers about for tomorrow, 46 degrees. The showers should end by Thursday, 47. Some sunshine for Friday after morning fog. Clouds on the increase late Saturday. Rains back Sunday. Temperatures right around 50 for highs, that is.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Joe.
Joe.
They're calling it the announcement of the century from the man who plans on being a centurion. Today, George Burns says he'll perform at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas for his 100th birthday. The announcement came as Burns signed a $10 million lifetime contract to appear. With cigar in hand, the soon-to-be 98-year-old says he hopes Caesars will still be around when he reaches the century mark. Burns celebrates his 98th birthday November 20th.
He's great. Okay, we're out of time. You want me to do the whole thing now?
Go ahead.
It's all up to me? Okay. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good
Good night.
night.